Hello everybody, I am the Dire Duck. Ever since Murder Drones ended, I have seen many people go on about a season 2. That isn't happening. At least, not for a very, very long time. I think we all know this by now. With that clear fact, we're left with one big question. What actually is the future of Murder Drones? That is the question I aim to answer today. I'll be going through the current state of Murder Drones and where I think Murder Drones could go from here. But before we begin, remember to devour that like button and bootloop the subscribe button, as each one keeps me going just that little bit longer. Right, so firstly, where do we stand with MD? Well, Glitch made Murder Drones, it got 8 episodes, and then Liam and Glitch ended the series after those 8 episodes. While it looked like we were originally going to get a season 2 based off the early promotional material listing the show as a season 1, at some point during the 3-year development of Murder Drones, Liam decided to simply make it one season. This decision would have had to have happened around the midpoint of the series, but that is a topic for another video. The point is, we were originally going to get another season, but for one reason or another, they decided to just end it with one season. Though, to be honest, if you're watching this video, I would hope you would already know most of this information. Now that the show has ended, we've been rather bereaved of content, at least Murder Drones content. Glitch has certainly not been idle since the finale of Murder Drones, let me tell you. Well, we do get some, like the little shorts and other small videos that Glitch occasionally drops. Though, this is only to sell their merch, really. Right, now that we are all caught up, we can ask the big question. Where do we actually go from here? Well, first, we will tackle the Glitch front. So, can we expect any new Murder Drones content from Glitch in the near future? Well, yes. But actually kinda no. We will still more than likely see Murder Drones show up in little Glitch promotional stuff and other Glitch branding. They will still be advertised as a Glitch show after all. But over time, we are going to see them fade into the background. We were likely still going to get some merch drops. They have to still drop the rest of the vinyl record to complete the set after all. But as time wears on, we will likely see the merch drop videos go from Uzi and Pomni to Mel and Pomni, and later still, Mel and the Guinevere Princess. As in time, MD will likely fade, just like Meta Runner and Sunset Paradise have. That is, unless Glitch decide to do something different with MD. Not a season 2, but something else. It was their first major hit after all. They could go down the route of producing a collection of little YouTube shorts. Small little 1 to 3 minute animations in MD's universe, having all our characters interacting with each other post episode 8. This will give us more MD content and more time with the cast, without Glitch having to dedicate a large number of resources that they need for the Gaslight District and Digital Circus. It would be a fun little thing that they could drop every couple of months to give everyone something to chew on. Though, the fact remains, if they were going to do this, why would they not simply do this for the currently airing shows like Digital Circus, as they are far more relevant right now. But why does Glitch even need to make an animation at all? Why not simply make a Murder Drones audiobook? Again, this is another avenue that is relatively non-resource taxing and would be a good way to continue supporting Murder Drones. You could tell any story in this format, as you would only need to write it and have the VA narrate it. This would be an easy middle ground. It gives the MD community some content to feast on, and it wouldn't disrupt the Glitch animation schedule. After all, Liam started his career writing stories on his old SNTWL channel, so he would simply be returning to his roots. Alternatively, we could have an MD comic or even video game. However, this all runs into the same critical issue. That being, would Liam even want to make any of these? He felt the need to end the series after one season after all, assuming it was fully his choice of course. So, do we really think he would want to make any of these other ideas? If he has already told the story he wants to tell in this universe, why would he go back to it? And besides, everything I have mentioned up until now is pure speculation and wishful thinking. It is highly unlikely that Glitch will go down any of these routes, except the merch videos of course. So therefore, the future of MD cannot really be found with Glitch as it stands. So, without Glitch, what even is there? Well, as I'm sure at least some of you have already been screaming into your screens, for MD to have any true lasting future, we must turn to the same source as so many other fandoms, the community itself. That's right, the community. The best and worst thing to happen to Murder Drones. But for real, the community is where Murder Drones' future will be decided, whether it's going to live or die, as it is the community that is going to keep MD alive and give us new and interesting content. So let me give a summary of what the community has been up to. Well, first I spoke about official Murder Drones comics. Well, the community has tons of comics, some continuations like Unresolved, others AUs like Enraged, and others still have completely different settings like Mafia Drones. Some comics don't even have the worker drones be worker drones, like Drones of the Deep. There is a massive amount of variety when it comes to Murder Drones comics. Like, quite literally, if you can think of any potential AU idea for Murder Drones, it likely already exists. You just need to go and look for it. So yeah, in terms of Murder Drones making an official comic, there doesn't really seem to be a need, when the community already has it so thoroughly covered. What about video games? Well, again, the community has that covered as well, from visual novel to RPG Maker games, to even a fully fledged 3D action game in the form of Murder Drones Retribution. While none of these games may be finished at the time of recording, they are all in the works, as if Glitch doesn't see the need to make one themselves, then the community is happy to fill those shoes. Following from that, we also have people making their own audiobooks and comic dubs, not to mention people writing their own stories within the Murder Drones universe, on all sorts of sites across the internet. Again, you only need to look for them. You also still see a healthy number of music videos and memes being made from MD. These kinds of things are the lifeblood of any community, and the fact they are still being made is a very good sign, with one dropping almost every other week, with them all getting a large number of views when you consider the relatively small size of the channels that produce them. We also have a large collection of MD fan songs out there. While some are certainly better than others, it still speaks to an active community that wants to make more content for the show. Next up, we have all the Murder Drones animatics, like the highly praised Intermission and the new and upcoming successor in MD Catalyst. You also have Murder Drones End of the Line. All of these are fully voiced and animated pieces of content that essentially function as additional episodes. Hell, I know a lot of people that view Intermission as basically canon at this point. And then you have the heavy hitters, the really big players in Murder Drones Insecurity and Murder Drones Strays. People are asking for a season 2, well, these two are the closest you are likely ever going to get. Both promise to be full seasons of episodes with complete and continuous narratives, animated in 3D just like the actual show. Now of course, neither of these projects are out yet, but you must remember, animating full episodes in the same way as Glitch, with a team of part-time volunteers, obviously takes longer than a full team of paid employees like Glitch has. But it still goes to show that there is the effort, the will and the drive from the community to continue Murder Drones in one form or another. So when you look at it, do we really need Glitch to produce more Murder Drones content? Well yes, it would certainly be nice to get some more substantial MD content from Glitch. I hope my little summaries of each type of fan content gives you an idea of just how much content there is still out there if you're willing to engage with it. But you all need to be patient for the big Murder Drones projects, as they all take a long time to produce. But in the meantime, you still have so many other smaller projects coming out all the time, whether it's new art, music, memes, animations, or comics. There's always something new to see. So I can confidently say that Murder Drones will have a future, so long as its community continues to give it one. It is only when the community gives up on Murder Drones will we see it truly end. Many other fandoms have been able to continue on even without new official content. I mean, take a look at Liam's old SSTWL community. If that can continue to exist even when it hasn't received a new piece of content in over 5 years, I think the MD community will be here to stay for a long time still. With so many big and interesting MD projects in the works, I couldn't go into detail on any of them. So I will be making a series of follow-up videos highlighting some of the most promising projects, and maybe even talking to some of the creators themselves. So look forward to that. With that being said, we have come to the end of the video. So what did you think? Which type of MD content is your favourite? And what project are you most looking forward to? Let me know in the comments section below. Anyway, that'll be all from me. Remember to like and subscribe and do all the other things that every other YouTuber tells you to do. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, check out my other videos, some of which are even good. Maybe.
Are you sure about that?
Either way, I hope to see you all again very soon. Bye bye.